This is run 4 of the Final Fantasy V Forge Out Fiesta 2019. We are entering the battle with Exdeath in his castle at the end of World 2. We have Dancer, Thief, Summoner, Geomancer from top to bottom. The Thief is starting off with a casting of Golem. That will protect us from his physical attacks. You notice that Exdeath did not use the Condemn move, but rather a physical attack, which the Thief dodged swiftly with his Elf Cape. Yes, we do have Flame Rings. No, we are not equipping the full set of Flame Rings. We have 3 Elf Capes, and the Summoner has a Flame Ring. The Dancer is casting Titan. I could have her using Dance and try to get a Sword Dance to pop out, but her magic is really nice. She has an Earth Robe on that boosts the Titan, plus she has the Ribbon, which boosts her magic attack anyway, so she's doing much more reliable damage by just casting Titan, and she has enough MP to handle it. You see right there, the Summoner broke a Thunder Rod. That is one of the 99 Thunder Rods that I stole when I was doing my Steel Flea grinding. That was a setup in the Barrier Tower where you sit in front of a chest that has red dragons or yellow dragons in them. You set a thief to use Steel, and then another fast character to use Flee immediately after, and you just push the A button down with the turbo setting on if you're using the Pelican third-party Super NES controller like I do, and then you go and have some dinner for a while. You come back with 16 Flame Rings, 99 Rods, and 99 High Potions. So she's going to continue to break rods. I did have the Geomancer try the Gust move, or try the Geomancy move, and it used Gust rather than Wind Slash, so I'm just going to have her stick with the Earth Close boosting the Titan. If it was 100% Wind Slash, I'd probably have her use that because it's faster, and it does about the same when it's boosted with the Air Knight. You saw Exdeath used Gravity 100 on our party, which was reflected back to him. That means that he is going down the path of his AI routine that will take him to Earthshaker. So we have an Earthshaker coming up. He has a kind of a branching path, and so there's a point where he rolls one of 3 moves, and then he takes one of those paths based on which move he uses. So we are on the Earthshaker path, which is good. It's not on the Zombie Breath path or the level 3 Flare path. So he is going to be using Earthshaker soon, I know that. Gravity 100 just removes the float status if you have it on. So that would not have done anything to us anyway, but it is reflectable, kind of hilariously so. So here is Titan, pulled up another one, and then Earthshaker, he sends an Earthshaker right back to us. We've been hitting him with Earthshakers, and now he's going to hit one right back at us. We're going to have everyone use a round of High Potions to restore those few hundred hit points. We're not in much danger here because he's going to be soon rotating back to the beginning part of his routine. So we'll know if he comes back to Condemn, then we'll know he's gone back to the beginning, and then he could take a different branching path against a party that can't put out any boosted damage, as ours can do boosted damage. It can be hard to get Exdeath down through his routine without him going through it a couple of times. There's another casting of Carbuncle for Reflect on everybody. That takes a huge amount of MP, but that's worth using. The Twin Lance is doing pretty pathetic damage. The Thief is not able to do very much with Titan because he can't equip Earth Close to boost the Earth element damage, and he's got a low magic multiplier anyway. Exdeath has a rather high physical defense number. I don't have it in front of me, but it's rather high, so it's hard to really get him just with regular attacks, especially if they're not from a super strong character. So this move tells me that he is now in the second part of his routine where he did a double attack, a physical on the Dancer, and then a level 3 magic attack on another character. So we're now more than halfway down, and we're just going to keep working on him. We are fully protected from every single thing he can do to us. His physical attacks are going to be blocked by Golem as long as I refresh it at the correct times, and his magical attacks will all be reflected by Carbuncle as long as I can refresh that in time. So here you see a Fire 3 that is reflected, and that is an Ice 3 that's going to be reflected back onto Exdeath. And so he's going to do as much damage to himself as we can do to him, which is pretty funny. Here's another Titan. I'm kind of watching both our characters' shiny colors for Reflect, and I'm also watching hit points for Golem, because Golem has a hit point limit as to how much damage he can absorb. So Vacuum Waves, if we land a couple of Vacuum Wave attacks, that's pretty much enough to deplete one casting of Golem. So I have to watch that carefully. That's why I put the Elf Capes on our characters, because that will help save Golem a few hits. I could have put reflect rings on to give them reflect earlier, but because I had access to Carbuncle, I thought it unnecessary. Flame rings are also really nice because they will nullify the ice attacks, and of course you'll heal by fire attacks. He's going to reapply Golem. There's no visual marker, sadly, that tells you when Golem is expired, and you cannot reset Golem if he's active, so it's a failed casting of the summon if Golem has even 1 hit point left. Now those 2 attacks, they kind of took that Golem right back out. I started a new Golem, and those 2 attacks pretty much killed that casting of Golem. So the next physical attack, I believe, is going to land. Dancer's running low on MP. I have to have my summoner cast Carbuncle here because actually we're all running pretty low on MP using those summons. It's 25 per on castings of Titan, so that's pretty big. The gold hairpin is on my summoner right there. The Twin Lance is doing pretty pathetic damage. So that physical attack got through because Golem was killed by the double physical attack before, and I wasn't able to reestablish it because I went with the Carbuncle instead. Now, he's pretty low in his life total, but Phoenix Downs are not really a problem for this group because we have so much money from all those rings that I stole. So I wanted to keep everybody... all 4 characters on their feet just as an aesthetic choice right here. And you see the kill shot is actually delivered by a measly 273 damage attack from the Twin Lance, and then its second attack misses, which is just great. And there is Exdeath fading away. That brings us to a close on Act 2 of the 4th run of the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta 2019. I am putting all of my videos in here, not all with commentary, but all of my boss battle videos are in a playlist that I keep of unlisted videos. So if you want to see reference battles to the videos that I do not make commentary for, I will put a link to that playlist in the description of this video below, and we will see you in World 3.